Hi, welcome to this week's weekly market report and forecast on the stock markets. The markets are still strong and moving up, and it does not look like anything is going to suddenly change. It's absolutely amazing. You guys in the US have had the most amazing run. Here in South Africa, we've also had the most amazing run. It was a little bit flat this week, but it started to move up again as soon as they heard about China, etc. It's the resources are just going mad as usual. It's absolutely amazing. Well, we sold British American Tobacco this week at 447.65. Just after that, it pulled back quite a bit, and then suddenly it went straight back up again, and it's gone through 450 now. But we're very happy with our profit. We took a nice tidy 5% profit on it, and it was our target in any event. So that trade is done, and we'll look to trade it again at a later stage. We're still holding Steinhoff. As you can see here, Steinhoff has started to pick up again. If you look at the slow stochastic, it's crossed over here, so it's on an up. And if you look at the green bar, that's a big sign. This green bar says she's going to move up. It's going in that direction. There's a changing direction here. Okay, and if you were to take a trend line across here, she's on her support. So that looks great. We still have our target at 29 and our stop loss at 26. It never reached stop loss. It got pretty close last week, but it never reached it. We're still very happy with this trade. This is a strong company, and we don't see any problems with it going up to 29. We'll keep our target there, and we won't change anything. If you look at Sasol, we're still holding Sasol, and we've held Sasol a bit longer than we wanted to, but that's just trading. It's not something that you can forecast. These are things that happen. We did actually hold it over here, and we could have sold it, and it was just below target, and we didn't sell it, and that was really stupid on our part, and it dropped all the way back down here, and now she's moved up again. But if you look at the stochastic, it's about across. There's the famous green bar and the little changeover crossover here. We've moved our target down a little bit to about 380. That's not showing on this platform, but we are happy. If it gets to 380, we'll watch it closely, and if it carries on going, then we'll look for the 390. But I think if it goes through 380 and it's starting to look a bit overbought, we might just get out of this trade and take our profits. It'll still be a decent profit. It won't be that bad. Our stop loss will still remain at 350. It hasn't even come close to our stop loss, so we can hold this one as long as we want to. Actually, our relative strength is in the middle. Our stochastic is at the oversold situation and turning and going up for bought. So I think it will take the 380, and I don't see a big hassle with this. If you take a trend line down the bottom here, the supports are here, so the support is at about 360, and it is going into a wedge. So hopefully it'll break out of the wedge, and then we might even get our 390, which would be great. We won't simply sell it at 380. We will look to try and get the 390 if we can. Our short trade on Exxaria is not looking too bad. It was a bit tricky. It went up to 177, and our stop loss is at 180. But this week it did have a nice pullback down to the 169. Of concern is there is a long green bar here, but the buyers did get out. And of concern is the stochastic down here. It is crossing, and it could go up. But fundamentally, at the end of this month, this trade is going to go short, simply because its headline earnings are not up to scratch. So you can expect it might go back up to 175 this week. It might not. We don't know. It might hang around this basic area and not go anywhere. But I don't see this trade knocking the lights out in the long. We keep it short, and on the short trade our target is 150 or 155 will be fine on the first target. So as soon as the fundamental results are released, then maybe we'll make some cash on this one. We're happy to keep this trade, and I don't see us dropping this trade in a hurry. On research, we're looking at buying Bulletin. BHP Bulletin was looking like a possible trade, but with the markets being so overbought at the moment, we're still erring on the cautious side. It's very, very tricky to go into long trades in a market that is so overbought. But if you take the trend line along here, you can see she's sitting on her support at 290, 292. There was a red bar here on Friday, thus we didn't get into this trade yet. We're watching it closely, but the stochastic has crossed. The RSI is sort of sitting around in the middle. The moving average is up here at the 296. If you do take this trade, or if we do take this trade, we'll look to get in at around the 292 mark, 293. If it starts to show positive signs, if the markets are showing positive signs, then maybe we'll look to get about 305, 307 out of the trade. But it's a high risk trade, and you'd have to put your stop loss very close at 285, 287, just to be on the safe side, because this one could run away with you. And when you look again, it could be running down here at 255 again, and that takes a big loss. So if you do take this trade, watch it very closely, keep an eye on it, because with the markets turning, anything can happen in a day. People are nervous, and yeah, that's actually a time when you should be very cautious. Thanks for watching my video. Subscribe so that you can get the weekly update and you know when it comes out, and you'll also know when we do trades and when we don't do trades. It'll be useful to you. Thanks very much, and all the best for the week. Cheers.